Hey guys, Justin here, or Mr. Fisher Mooser. Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a beginner introduction into speed bridging. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to speed bridge and a little bit of things to keep in mind when speed bridging, whether it's the method I'm going to be showing in today's video or a different method entirely. With that said, today's video is going to be on how to ninja bridge, also referred to as just, well, speed bridging. So I'll go ahead play a video clip of what it looks like. This is what speed bridging looks like. It looks pretty difficult, but don't let that fool you. It's actually really simple. So with that said, let's go ahead and get right into the tutorial. Alright guys, I hope you can see because of my particles are kind of in the way. I don't want to try to find a way to turn them off right this second. Either way, so as you saw the little clip, this is what I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do. However, I'm not going to be teaching you that technique of this method. So there's different techniques per method. Like as you saw from this technique, I'm going sideways. So my body is actually sideways to the block. Versus the way that I'm going to teach you guys in today's video, which is just going straight back. It's a little bit easier to go straight back, except for it's a little bit slower. Even though it's a little bit slower, it's still a lot faster than not speed bridging at all. So, keeping that in mind, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do it. So, step one. First, find the block you want to speed bridge off of. Let's say this block right here. So we're just going to kind of like come around. It's like, oh, I want to speed bridge off of here and go that way. Let's give ourselves a little a destination. Let's try to speed bridge to right here. So we're trying to get to the money. Okay, so we got a speed bridge over there to get it, however. So normal bridging, which you'll see a lot of people do, is going to just be walking backwards, right? They'll just be going like this. This is all they will be doing. Look how slow this is, right? So before I actually show you speed bridging and how to ninja bridge, I want you guys to take note of this fact that I'm going to show you guys right now. If I just go straight back like this, this goes really slow. However, if I go to the corner and then also hold D at the same time, I'm going sideways, but it goes a lot faster. Keeping that in mind, I can also not have to be on the corner, I can just be on the side of the block and it still goes a lot faster than if I go like this. Because walking diagonally, so if I just hold S and D on ground, I'm walking diagonally, you actually go a lot faster than if you just walk straight back, especially while sneaking. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and get into this. So the step one was to come over here, find the block you want to speed bridge off of, right? So step one is to find the block. Let's say this block right here, we want to go over there. Second step is to turn completely around and face the exact opposite direction. If you look in the very top of my screen, you'll see a compass. This helps you guys out a little bit because it will show the directions. However, you do not need this at all. It's just kind of helpful for me to teach you guys how to speed bridge. So for the first step, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to the block I want to speed bridge off of. I'm going to crouch. Then I'm going to turn around and face exactly in the opposite direction. So as you saw, this is south. I'm going to go to this block, sneak, and then turn around and then face the exact opposite direction. It does not have to be exact at all. It could be facing this way, it could be facing this way, just look the opposite direction. So here's what you have to do. So you sneak down, you start looking the opposite direction, and then you walk all the way to the edge. So right now I'm holding down S. If I were to let go of crouch, I would fall. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to hold crouch the entire time until I get ready to speed bridge. So here's what I have to do. So here's the one thing you guys have to keep in mind is if I'm looking too far to the right, I'm going to slide like this. If I look too far to the left, I'm going to slide like this. So that's where it's somewhat important to try to look straight on. Like if I move like this, I'm not going to go back, or left or right, I mean, at all. So that is kind of important, so to speak, but say I'm moving back just a little bit. Like I tried to do it the best I can to look straight back. As you saw right there, I did it perfectly without looking at the clock, or not the clock, the compass. But as you see right here, I'm very slowly, but I am moving sideways this direction. Very slowly though. So while I'm speed bridging, I will eventually wind up over here. All I have to do is just stay sneaking, don't stop sneaking, go to the edge, and then restart my speed bridge. It's not that difficult, just a little thing to keep in mind. So We've gone to the block, we've crouched down, and we've gone to the edge, and you guys know not to look too far to the left or too far right, try to look about center, right? And so where to look on the side of the block. Once again, that's going to be about center. It's either like center or towards up, right? But I would say probably towards center mostly. In this particular method called ninja bridging, you could actually probably get away with looking down. I just suggest looking at the middle is just a good place to look at overall. Which a wood block really helps with this because you can kind of like aim for about that line. Whoops. You could kind of aim for like that line, and you'll be fine to speed bridge. So here's where it gets tricky. We're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to add the speed bridge. So step 1, go over here. Step 2, face that direction. Step 3 is going to be the actual speed bridging part. So I'm going to hold down S the whole time. And then I'm going to look at the spot on the block. So here's what is fixing to happen. Ready? What's fixing to happen is I'm going to push and hold the right mouse button. I'm going to just push and hold my right mouse button. Okay? That's all I'm going to do. If you see, what will happen is you've learned to bridge, right? But that's not speed bridging. But that's the thing. The only thing you have to worry about, you don't have to click fast at all. In fact, I'm not even clicking. I'm just holding the mouse button down. The only thing you have to worry about is uncrouching and then crouching. That's it. That's all you have to worry about in this method of speed bridging is crouching and then uncrouching and like when to do it. Like the thing is, if you're starting out completely crouched, right? So since you're starting out completely crouched, you're good. All you have to learn is how long you can stay uncrouched. So I suggest doing this. Just place like one block for now. And then try to uncrouch, and then as soon as you uncrouch, crouch again. So like as fast as possible, you try to recrouch. It will make it where you do not fall off, but it's not quite the speed we are wanting. But I would say just practice that until you can even do this, to where you can just hold down the mouse button and just like do that. I would say speed bridge the first block, and then let the second block bridge normally, and then speed bridge the next block and just repeat. So it's going to look something like this. Something like that. I would say learn that first. Once you have learned that, then you can actually time it better, to where you can hold down sneak for longer and actually time sneak at the last second to do this. That's really it. Is you're crouching, and then when you uncrouch, you just have to experiment with how long you can go uncrouched to speed bridge fast. That's really it. It's not that difficult if you think about it. It's going to take a little bit of practice of learning the timing for crouching, right? And like I said, this is not the fastest method of speed bridging, but this is by far the easiest and, in my opinion, the best method. However, like I said earlier, I use a little bit of different technique, which I'm not going to explain or show you guys in this video, but just so you guys know, that will be in a future video. So, a quick recap before I go ahead and go into the outro is go to the block you want to speed bridge off of, you crouch, you turn around, face the opposite direction, look about the middle of the block, then push and hold right click as you uncrouch. And then right as soon as you uncrouch, then you recrouch. And it's basically just experimenting with the timing to see how long you can go with uncrouching. Because I can go like this. That's not going to be very fast, right? But if I go like this, you'll see that's a little bit faster. Not a whole lot, but it's a little bit faster. So it's really just experimenting with how fast you have to tap the shift key. So alright guys, that is going to be it for today's video. That's really it to it. It's not that difficult. It's just going to take some practice in learning the placement, or like the how fast you have to click the crouch key. It's not that difficult. You just got to practice it. If you need any help, any pointers, anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to look at it and help you out to the best of my abilities. It's really fun to learn to speed bridge, and it is so needed, especially in Skywars and even Bed Wars. It is just so needed to learn how to speed bridge. It's the best thing ever. And then eventually you can learn different things like going up. You can just go straight vertical. You can even go diagonal. You can practice things in the future for breezily bridging. You can practice things for G bridging. It just whatever. It takes a lot of practice for some of these harder methods, but you don't need them. That's what the point I want to make is you don't need these really difficult methods of speed bridging to get by. I will show you more about that in the next video to like how to use it in games effectively. So first thing I'll teach you in the next video is my technique for ninja bridging, and then I'll show you guys little just like tips and tricks for like playing different games, whether it's either Sky Wars or Bed Wars. With that said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video and learned something, make sure to like the video. It helps me out a lot. And if you guys want to see more videos like this and stay up to date on my tutorials and different videos that I will have and even live streams, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on. Speaking of live streams, I do live streams every week, 10 o'clock on Monday evening. So 10 p.m. on Mondays, Central Standard Time, I do live streams. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.